What's happening, everyone? Today, I'm in Ho Chi Minh City, where I'm going to be eating like a Vietnamese person for the next 24 hours. This one's going to be traditional, and I'm really looking forward to it. Let's go. Vietnam is one of my favourite countries in the world. Its rich history and culture have turned it into a real powerhouse in the culinary scene. With an emphasis on local flavours, fresh ingredients and incredible value for money, it's no wonder it's become a top travel destination for foodies around the world. I spent a month travelling across the country and 3 dishes became completely synonymous with my time there. So on my final day, I decided to enjoy all of them. We're starting off the day with an absolute Vietnamese classic. Something that gets eaten at all times of the day, but in my opinion, is one of the best breakfasts they do here. It's a banh mi, so we've come to the viral Ho Chi Minh spot, Hyun Hoa. This is going to be cheap, cheerful, and great. Let's go. Alright, banh mi secured. And my favourite thing about this whole place is that they give you the veg on the side, because I hate cucumber and I hate coriander. So now, I don't even need to ask them to not put it in. I just don't put it in. But I will take the carrot and the cabbage. And then, the main event. Look at the size of this sandwich. It is bigger than my head. I've even got to put an elastic band around it to stop it spilling open. Now, inside a banh mi, we've got pork meat, we've got pork pate, we've got pork floss, we've got some creamy sauce, a little bit of chili, and then this perfect banh mi bread that comes from the French influence back in the day whenever the French controlled Vietnam. This thing to me, so I'm going to put the veg in and give it a try. Listen to that crisp, fresh bread. Cheers. That thick cut ham in there that I forgot to mention, so flavourful. The pate is absolutely delicious. Everything just works so perfectly together. As always, I'm going to eat this up. I'll give you a review at the end. Alright, so that thing is too large. Liv and I were actually sharing that and we still didn't even finish it. But the flavours are absolutely incredible. That ham inside is doing the most. Everything goes so well together. That pickled veg just adding that little bit of acidity. That really fresh, crispy bread is just fantastic. The pate adds the richness and then the meat just adds all that flavour. Absolutely fantastic. Just a bit on the large side, but still excellent way to start the day. I think we're starting off with an 8.2. It's time for something else that the Vietnamese do absolutely perfectly, and that's coffee. So I'm here at Holy Beans to have a classic Vietnamese drip coffee. Let's go. Alright, so Vietnamese drip coffee has a few distinct characteristics that make it very different from what I'm used to back home. First of all, they use Robusta beans instead of the more common Arabica. These beans are earthier, punchier, and way higher in caffeine, so you already know that you're gonna get a coffee that really hits hard. But then, the slow drip allows it to concentrate so much more. So what you're left with is this really, really heavy, strongly caffeinated coffee that I actually think is incredible. It's really earthy, it's quite bitter, but it feels great. Oh, 9 out of 10. It's lunchtime, and here in Vietnam, that means one thing: a hot bowl of pho. This broth will have been simmering all morning, and by now, it'll be pretty much perfect. It's herby, it's hearty, and the meat on top just soaks in all that flavour. It really is one of the best meals you can get here in Vietnam, and I am looking forward to just digging into this. So I'll let you know what I think at the end. Alright, well that was delicious. Between the ginger and the garlic, spring onions. There's so much flavour going on. Broth is so deep. The meat just soaks everything up. And it's so hearty. It's the best way to describe it. It's hearty and absolutely delicious. But it's not quite as good as Japanese ramen. And for that reason and that reason only, I'm gonna have to give it 7.5.
For the rest of the afternoon, we spent our time in one of the biggest and most famous markets in Vietnam, the Banh Thanh market. You can find absolutely anything here. Clothes, shoes, souvenirs, food, even fake football jerseys. It's incredible. At first, the prices seem high compared to other places, but everything's negotiable. A common rule here is to start at around 50% and work your way from there. I'd been collecting football jerseys from every country I visited, so today, I was on the hunt for a Vietnam kit.
Alright, that was an easy enough mission success. Managed to get both the white and the red Vietnam kit, one for me, one for Liv. And he was asking 1.2 million. But luckily, barter culture is such a thing here that we ended up settling on 450,000, which is about £13 for 2 full kits. Can't complain too much. Let's keep having a look around. Alright, on my very first night in Vietnam, almost a month ago now, I had a meal that has stuck with me this whole time, and I think it's become my favourite meal of all Vietnamese food. So I'm here on my final night in Vietnam, while eating like a Vietnamese person for 24 hours to have it one last time, and that's bun cha. Let's go. So bun cha is an absolute classic out of Hanoi. It's different cuts of pork and vegetables in this sweet and sour fish sauce, and it's served with these noodles and salad that you heat up in the broth. And honestly, it is everything I want from a meal in Vietnam. So I'm going to eat this up and give it a final rating at the end. Alright, bun cha is still absolutely one of my favourite meals in all of Vietnam, so that does need to come into the rankings here. This wasn't the best one overall. The meat was delicious, the vegetables were great. The broth itself was a bit of a letdown because it was a bit cold. It's normally piping hot, which warms up the noodles quite quickly. That didn't really happen this time, but it was still excellent flavour-wise. So I think because I need to remember how many other ones I've had and how much I love them, gotta go 7.9 out of 10. The Vietnamese diet, it's traditional, it's filling, it's relatively healthy, and I think it's delicious. Is it one of my favourites? No. But will I always have a soft spot for it after how much time I've spent here? Absolutely. And for that reason, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. I'll see you next week.